Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Jai Gua Shawtee Devi. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you would like more exclusive occult videos, please consider subscribing to my Patreon or YouTube members. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video about the month of March 2026. It's already March. I'm telling you, in a blink of an eye, this whole year is going to be gone. Now, March starts off with Sun and Rahu. Now, Sun is leaving this conjunction, but it's still conjunct by sign. This is also where, at that 14 degrees where Rahu is also where Venus and Rahu were conjunct during the eclipse, and where Mars will conjunct Rahu later this month, which we will talk about. That's why it's significant. But it shows a rebellion of the masses. Now, Mars is in Aquarius all month with Rahu, Mercury, and Sun, but Sun leaves Aquarius March 14th. Now, so in the beginning of the month, it's very explosive as it is eclipse season, but if that isn't explosive enough, this makes it more explosive. And there's a lot of emphasis on social circles, groups, organizations, hopes and wishes, technology, science, philosophy, and rebellion. It shows that the leaders are trying to control the masses and there's agendas at play. There's also wars and relationships. The lunar eclipse is on March 3rd, and this is the second eclipse of this year, which is in the axis of Aquarius and Leo, which is all about what's good for the masses versus what's good for the leaders, what's good for groups versus what's good for the individual. This is what needs to be balanced. Also, March 1st, Venus is in Pisces, where Sun will join March 14th. Now, it's exalted, but it's hammed between two malefics. It will be between Saturn and Rahu until the end of the month. So Venus is going to be in a difficult position, and that's kind of why secrets can be revealed that were outed, that weren't necessarily good secrets that people wanted out. And it can really affect relationships at this time, where Venus doesn't have the ability that it has for this divine compassion like it normally has. It's going through this type of war. But it's excellent for spiritual sadhana, especially once it goes into Uttara Bhadrapada, which requires patience over a long period of time. And this energy will enhance it. It's connecting us to other realms, meditation. It's the feet. So if you go for walks at night, you can enjoy nature and solitude, dance. It also helps you channel from the other side. But also it's causing a massive transformation with information being leaked. Occult information which is given to you that you cannot tell anyone. Astrology, Tantra, yoga, siddhis, and a transformation in a relationship. So there's this massive transformation that happened in this relationship, and it's also due to this in meeting Saturn, which is a reality check. And then there's all these planets that are 12 from it, Rahu and Mars, and that's causing an explosive thing. So something in the subconscious of an individual which is challenging these relationships, but then it will become stable after that. And at the end of the month, then the compassion and Venus energy comes back. On March 3rd, we have the lunar eclipse. Now, I have an entire video where I break this down. It's a lot of information, but just to sum it up very quickly, Leo is about creativity, it's people in power, but it's also ego as well. And this is a split in direction from those in power due to overblown egos or arrogance. And many can be let go of as well in careers that can see a death and transformation. Those who are very wealthy and famous who are blinded by ego and not taking care of their responsibilities, which is creating problems with the masses and creating war-like problems in the world. This can be real, actual war in the world. And relationships can break up as well. But the ones that survive will have a great transformation and will be better off after. People are seeing the truth and separating themselves, dealing with the media that's putting out hidden information, but also covering up information. Those in closed circles and groups, secret circles, which are able to keep their power because of secrecy, and rebellions happening due to this. Accidents in planes and travel, also trains, death can occur with leaders being replaced, celebrities being replaced too. You look at them, they are not the same person. Massive transformations in trades, and even careers that were once stable may not be stable anymore because of the karma of truth. Partners can be two-faced at this time, or those in your social circles, which can cause anger, disputes, and temper. These have to be reviewed due to challenges. Now, on March 5th, Sun and Rahu, but Rahu's a lot further in degree, will be trined by Jupiter. So this gives a lot of ambition in order to pursue your goals, especially for money. Jupiter and trine Sun, it's a part of a spell that we say in magic in order to manifest money in a candle spell. So you say Jupiter trine Sun, and it actually brings you money. So it is a spell for money. But it can also give overblown egos where they can be very aggressive to get what they want and talk in this type of manner. Some relationships may be two-faced and lack morality. Some diabolical events can happen with leaders in relationships dealing with money, violent acts of war, people getting hurt in death-like scenarios, dark agendas, black magic as well. And Sun will be transiting Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra from March 17th, which can lead to spiritual awakenings as the ego is destroyed. But for others, it can heighten the ego, which makes them more demonic and want to do anything to gain money. It's very dark agenda of people in secret societies, those leaders. March 8th, we have Venus conjunct Saturn and Mercury trine Jupiter. This is an opportunity of stability, for stability in relationships and in money matters through positive communication and wisdom. Now, we still have the Rahu and the Mars coming close together as well at this time. And so that's a positive way. The other way, it can be blowing up these issues which are already happening, these aggressive issues or these harsh communication. It can over-exaggerate that, so it depends on your chart. Now, March 10th, Jupiter direct will happen. And now we can move forward in the areas of which Jupiter rules in your chart. So it's been retrograde and since November 11th, 2025. 2025 sounds like so long ago, doesn't it? And now Jupiter will be moving forward again towards the sign of exaltation, which is very good and can help your life expand. Knowledge on how to do things that you didn't notice before, opportunities, wealth, dealing with finance, knowledge, education, and children. And this is a second chance, something that was possibly in revision since last year. And I have a video coming soon about this one, but you'll see the major impact of this because this is a second renewal, second chance of something after Mercury ends this retrograde, which will be March 20th. So I would just wait till then for you to see these effects because there's still something being reviewed there because Jupiter is in Gemini. Then March 13th, Mars Rahu will conjunct Mercury retrograde, and that's where we had Rahu and Venus conjunct. And then March 15th, Mercury will conjunct Mars. Then March 17th, Mercury will conjunct Rahu. So around this time, I have a separate video coming about this next, but the masses are very angry at this time due to a reverse decision, possibly. And this is in Shatabisha Nakshatra, has to do with what was exposed. So could be the Epstein files, the secret information about human trafficking, health matters, space, astrology, but it's about power and electricity. So that could be also problems that happen during the eclipse or around the eclipse. And again, can show this is being reviewed and it's making people angry. There's also more to expose here. This also can bring water leaks, can happen, or burst out from pressure, can cause problems with rockets, seizures with the nervous system. This exposed energy is also 100 times more powerful in this nakshatra, and it's very hard for planets to remain stable here, and problems can arise because of this. This would mean the masses, the government, father, emotions, home, and staying one place can be very volatile. A radical change is happening in society right now. We're seeing the truth, which can lead to violence. Accidents with acid, poisons, also while traveling with cars, airplanes, trains, and repairs can happen, and unnecessary spills in water, like toxic spills. Okay, and then on March 18th, we have the new moon. in Pisces. Now, this is also the Lunar New Year in Vedic tradition. I know a lot of people are saying Happy Lunar New Year before, but we have a different New Year. So it's in Pisces. It's all about spirituality, space, isolation, the stars, different spiritual practices, compassion. And this is in Uttara Bhadrapada, which is the thunder and rain in the sky. And look where Jupiter is from here. It's in the 4th house. And this is stationed at 20 degrees. Now, this is minutes away from Ardhara Nakshatra, and there's no line in the sky. So I've been saying since last year, you got to be very careful about water disasters or events of sorrow that can happen, storms, possible floods, high winds, and these could be natural disasters at play. Problems or challenges involving space travel. This nakshatra increases our knowledge, which can lead to liberation. This knowledge is hard to hear and it may be shocking. And it's where our consciousness becomes conscious. It's the kundalini, the initial stage after death, where we must let go of our ego in order to maintain stability in our relationships and with money. Watch out for hidden health issues that can pop up around the world at this time, starting in a very far away place, like bird flu, for example. A balance between creativity and spirituality and our daily tasks at work. It can be about spiritual leaders. This is where we want to be free of bondage, and we need the knowledge in order to do so. So many can go to females, possibly some who are older, more mature, for guidance, to be shown the way. Knowledge can be about leaders, the health industry, the entertainment industry, can show marriages and partnerships may be going through a very difficult time. This is all seen this month because the eclipse shows that there's anger behind the scenes. But whatever it is, it can be wanting also justice, as the 9th house lord is here. So there can be anger about not having certain justices, and can be a loss of money or values due to obsession. Something that is hidden, but you will be fine because the ascendant lord is strong. And then as we go on, Venus will be back at its natural condition. At this point, Venus will have compassion because it's not hemmed between malefics at this point. Some people can gain through import and export of chemicals, but also, like I said, a spill is possible. There can be anger thrown at health workers. Sun, Moon, Saturn, Venus conjunction here brings a lot of creativity, especially in Pisces, spiritual abilities that require a lot of patience and timing. This is the beginning of Navratri, so it makes sense. This is where a lot of tantrics, we do our sadhana to specific deities at this time. It's a very spiritual time for 9 days. And it is like an explosive of energy as we have Mars, Rahu, and Mercury retrograde in the 12th house. So you can use that for mantras, especially. But some may see an ending due to a very explosive event, and this can show violence around the world, which involves death, secret enemies, which will disturb the inner emotions. And these can be someone we're in a relationship with someone from the past also is possible. A war in foreign nations. This can be an ending or a split in direction. A loss is possible in the matters of war, court cases, health matters, and matters dealing with civil servants. And this can be due to the mentality of leaders. Can expose secret knowledge dealing with Tantra, astrology, spirituality, and consciousness. March 20th, we have the equinox. So this is considered the crown chakra when Shawtee rises to Shiva. So it's best for spiritual practices on this date. This is the best time. And you can balance the supreme consciousness with supreme power. On March 24th, Sun conjunct Saturn exactly. And the masses and the workers can feel overpowered by leaders or bosses. They may feel like they have no power. Some people will be serving the government and can see endings in their jobs or losses here. And that can also be in the entertainment field, the government, technology. There can be problems with communication and tech. For others, this is a reality check, which makes them very responsible and practical. And then we also have on the 25th, Venus in Aries, which is something new in relationships and money. On March 28th, Rahu will transit into Shatabisha Nakshatra in the 2nd pada in Capricorn Navamsha. And this is helping many to heal. But first, you must expose the truth. This is about human trafficking and is now going to affect those in government, positions, CEOs of corporations and authority figures. Some can fire heads of companies. Technology can replace them. This is also the matters of stars and space. There can be some kind of exposure by the government with the alien agenda. But remember that Rahu is lies, and Rahu loves to cheat as well. It creates and casts illusions. It highlights problems and instabilities within the government and authority figures. There's a story about killing of animals and birds here, and a man who's a very greedy hunter. And I believe many birds can die here because of bird flu or something like that, where they have to kill massive amounts of birds. But they don't have to, but they do, because it's all an agenda. But it can also show excessive greed. And it doesn't necessarily have to manifest as birds, but it can be something that is related to you where you're hoarding something. Hoarding or holding on to excessive resources which can harm the masses. And this can be the government harming the masses or committing illegal activities in order to get to the top. Politics to secure a position at work can happen. And before this was in Sagittarius Navamsha, it was affecting righteousness and court decisions being corrupt in certain systems. Now the government is going in a different direction, a new direction, and that could be something unexpected in dealing with AI. So that's just a little bit about what I see. Just remember, we have a full moon, which will be happening on April 1st, and then that will be in Virgo and then in Hasta. So it's going to affect the markets, and it's also about problems, enemies, and war as well. So we can start feeling that in March. And also it will be opposing Saturn and Uttara Bhadrapada with the Sun in Revati and Pisces. And these are people in authority positions versus the masses. And there can even be workers and immigrants as well. Those relying on government services will see problems here. Strikes and conflicts can happen, especially with people in spiritual groups. So we'll start seeing that by the end of the month. So that's just a little bit about what I see. I thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. See you in the next one.